as Walcott makes a run ahead of him. Bergkamp suddenly changed pace through the centre. It's Bergkamp! That's magnificent! The move, and then this, which left Dabby's ass totally stranded.
Last one of the season, I've been mugged off again. Bloody thing. I try and refresh it. It doesn't work. Right, now the tweet is done. Hello, and welcome everybody, and welcome to a Bergkamp Wonderland, the final preview show of the season. And as you can see, if you have a good look, put your glasses on. There's no one with me. Do you know why that is? I thought today was Friday. Apparently, breaking news, today is Saturday. Well, technically, in the UK, it's now Sunday. I forgot what day it was. I only remembered about an hour ago. Oh, meant to do a preview show. Can't miss the last one of the season. So here I am. Here we are. And there's going to be about 3 people watching because we didn't tell you we're going to do it until about an hour ago. So I expect there to be nobody. Oh, let's have a look. Is there anybody there? Boy 10 is there. Just you and me tonight, Boy 10. How you been? What you have for dinner? How's your day been? Look at that. I've got a bit of sunburn. I went out yesterday. Anyway, before I waffle on too much, let's get this over and done with as quickly as possible. I messaged you, Gary, on DM on Twitter. See if you wanted to come on. You didn't reply. Hold on, make sure. You didn't reply. You let me down. It's not too late though. I can just talk about the weather until you get here. No, too much of a rush. Boy 10 says, even Danny, I'm cooking well past midnight. You're cooking? What are you cooking? Tonight for dinner, I had, good question, I had a chicken and sweet corn sandwich when I got up. Then I had some nuts. Oh, I got a little pot of nuts yesterday, and I'm just having some of them. There's more than 3 cashews, which is always a winner. If you know what that is, do let me know. And what else did I have? I had, come on, Sweetman, sort your life out. What did you have? Oh, I had a packet of Mexican spicy rice, and then I put some spicy powder in it. I had to mix it up with a tin of tuna and half a tin of sweet corn, microwaved it and ate it. And you know what? It weren't too bad. It was quite nice. There is a BX Gunner using somebody else's account with purple hair. Saucy. Boy 10 says, making some basil pesto pasta. Did he reply? It's just popped up now. You can join in 10 if you... No, I need to get this done in half an hour because I want to go to bed. Because it's the summer. It's the summer. And it's Sean's birthday on Monday, which is tomorrow over here. And I can't be up all night because I've got to get this done and then go to bed. So there you go. It's my fault for not organising it. We're going to go to Cambridge on Monday. See, my lack of knowledge of what day it is ridiculous. BX says, I don't have Twitter, but I can message you an Instagram for the Winterburn figurine. Oh, yes. I've got loads of them. You have to let me know how many you want. Might be a bit pointless just posting one to the, I think you're in the US of A. Yeah, I know you are. In the sunny old US of A. Yeah, I don't want much for them. I'd rather they go to someone I know rather than just flogging them all to nobody on anybody on eBay. But yeah, let me know which ones you want. I'll sort it out. Now, let's go and have a little chit chat about the game, shall we? So it's Arsenal v Wolverhampton Wanderers. What a fine old English team they were. First thing we're going to do, it's not on telly in this country. You know why? They don't give a damn. So I will be doing a special show tomorrow. If you haven't all left already, the games will kick off at 4:30 p.m. in the UK. At 4:25 p.m, I'm doing a watch-along. You won't be able to watch the game or hear the game. I'll be watching it, but I'll also have another screen up with all the scores and see who's going to get relegated because the top of the league's done. The Champions League places are done. And the only possible other things that are going to be found out tomorrow is what other 2 teams join Southampton in getting relegated. Will it be Everton? Will it be Leicester? Or will it be Leeds? So I'll have the game on one screen and I'll be talking about it. ABW did the first ever watch-along. Charity Shield against Man City, maybe 8 years ago, something like that. Anyway, I'll let you figure that out. So yeah, come and join us 4:25 p.m. tomorrow, and then I'd be doing. Can't speak. I will be doing the usual post-game show 10 minutes after the game finishes with Deke, and that'll be the last game of the season, and it'll be a good day because the weather will be tomorrow Sunday. No, the weather's not going to be great tomorrow, so I'll be stuck in all day. Yeah, so go and watch that 4:25 p.m. Come and join me for the whole game. So where can you watch the game? Anybody in the chat said what country they want me to pick. I'll get a few. I've got about 200 of them. Not just Arsenal, loads. Mr. Boblex is there and he's watching on the Twitch. It's just you and me on the Twitch, Mr. Boblex. Just you and me. Anyway, yes. Anybody want to put any particular country you want to know? Just go with it. Play along with it. No one ever really cares. What country do you want to know? What game the channel is? What channel the game is on? It's 1:37 a.m. here. I've been awake since 3 p.m. That's 10 hours. I'm getting my words mixed up. Boy 10 says it's going to be so wild if Everton get relegated. They were challenging for Europe before Moyes torpedoed his career by accepting the United offer. United offer. I see what you've done there. You spelt that kind of phonetically. Always interesting. So no one's picked a country yet. Could be a while. Yes. No one's picked one. I'll have to do it on my own then, won't I? And by the time I read it out, you'll have picked one. Where would I like to be in the world right now? Well, I'd like to be in the UK, in England, because the weather's nice. But when the weather turns to rubbish, I'm just having a look through the countries. I think I'd like to go and have a look around Mexico, because I've got Forza Horizon 5 finally working on the Xbox One. Turns out the 116 gig download, which took an entire day, didn't download properly. And so it wouldn't launch. It kept going, there's a problem with your subscription. Absolute nightmare. So it's currently on the Xbox, whirring, waiting for me to come and play it. And I'm talking to you lot instead. That is dedication. So I'm going to pick Mexico, because that's where Forza Horizon 5 is based. Now, what channel is it on in Mexico? Paramount Plus. That was painless, wasn't it? Now I'm going to go and have a look and see if anyone picked a country. Mr. Boblex picked Guyana. Guana is poo. I'm going to reopen that one. I'm going to go down to Guyana and see if they have one. That sounded like Popeye, didn't it? G. No, they don't have it in Guyana. You can have Guatemala, you can have Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, but you can't have Guyana. You can have Gambia and the Gabon and Germany and Greece and Grenada. That one didn't work, did it? Right, let's have a look. The injuries, quite a few injuries. I don't know why. Tomiyasu, we know. Saliba, we know. A little bit of news. In the press conference, Arteta or somebody, I think it'd be Arteta, said that they're hoping he'll be back for pre-season. I think that just shows how big an injury it was, and I think they're letting it heal naturally. I've had a bit of a bad back. It seems to have gone now. Started on my right-hand side. Oh, no, there you go. The muscles on my right-hand side, the lower back. Then it moved across to the left, and then the left went, and now it's only on the right. Yeah, irritating. I take a painkiller. I never take painkillers. Martinelli, we all know. Zinchenko, we know. Trossard, it says, well, it's got the same write-up as it does for Saka. So I don't know if Trossard is injured, but the one for Saka and Trossard says, we have a little issue with Bukayo, which has been going on. And with Leo. Oh, I see. It's the same quote, and they added Leo in at the same time. They call him Leo, do they? Leo. Reece Nelson is out. Illness. We've had some issues this week. Well, in the last few weeks, as you've noticed, some players were unable to play and to participate in games with Reece. Well, I've done my starting 11. Shock. He's in it. And Mo Elneny, we know he's been out. He's out for the season. What have we got next? Just going to go and a little look at the box, see if you lot are chit-chattering away. The South American one. Nice. Faroe Islands. Too late. Saka is a doubt. Yep. Mr. Bullet says ankle problem happened in the Newcastle game. Yes, because he's been kicked all season. Leeds gunner. Despite Coventry not reaching the Premier League, Norton-Cuffy had a good game. I thought he was going to get sent off at one point. He got a bit angry. I'd like to see him on pre-season at least. He was brilliant for Rotherham. He was so good. They took him from Rotherham and they put him with Coventry, who were further up the table. And he was having a good game. So a good season. So that's interesting and important because we do kind of need some reliable cover at right back. Where was I up to next? Okay. How many times have we played Wolves? I hear people ask. Good question. We've beat them 61 times, drawn 28, and we've lost to them 32 times. We've played them 121 times. We've won 50% of the games. Now, for me, that's not bad. First ever game, Woolwich Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. The 24th of September 1904. Anybody there? Raise your hand. No? Fair enough. Who scored the first goal? £1 million if you know. 3, 2, 1. Had your chance. Tim Coleman. I know him well. Tim, if you're watching, good goal. Thank you very much. I wonder what year Tim Coleman was born in. I shouldn't really look, should I? But I'm going to look. Tim Coleman. He was born in 26th of October 1881. So if he is watching, that would make him 119 plus 23 is 142 years old. 142. And after Arsenal, he went to Everton. There you go. Nice. He played for us in Division 2 and Division 1. We were in Division 2 for a little while, but we don't talk about that. Get rid of that. All right, as always, we go and look league games only at the Emirates. So 3 games ago was the 2nd of November 2019. You know, the before times. Our line-out that day, Leno in goal, Thockliffe, Papadopoulos and Chambers and Louise... Papadopoulos and Louise at centre-back, Chambers right-back, Kieran Tierney left-back. Up front, it would have been Lacazette, and on the wings, it probably would have been... Well, I don't know. Maybe it'd been 2 up front, Lacazette and Aubameyang. And then a midfield of Ceballos, Guendouzi, Ozil and Torreira. And the subs we used were Saka, Kolasinac and Martinelli. Anyway, beat them. We drew 1-1. We scored first with Aubameyang, 21st minute, and then they scored with Raul Jimenez in the 76th minute. Rubbish. The next game after that, going forwards, is the 29th of November 2020. The scary times. The attendance was behind closed doors. We lost 2-1. That's because there was no atmosphere. They scored first with Pedro Neto. Then we scored with Gabriel. And then they scored with Daniel Podence. I nearly called Nonce then. That's not right, is it? Leno in goal. Bellerin at right back. Left back Tierney. Centre backs are Gabriel and David Luiz. Great days. Up front, Aubameyang. And then Saka on one wing. Willian on the other. Looks like Willock in the 10. Ceballos and Xhaka in central midfield. Where we go. Nice. We lost, so I'm not interested in any of that. And then what's the word for that? The most recent, not nearest, get your words right. Most recent game was the 24th of February 2022. This is weird, isn't it? They scored first with Huang Chi-chan on the 10th minute, and then Pepe scored in the 82nd minute. How was he playing for us in 2022? That would have been 21-22 season. Got it. And then Jose Sarr, own goal, 90th minute, saved our bacon. Ramsdale in goal, Suarez at right back, Tierney left back, Gabriel and Ben White centre backs, Lacazette up front, Martinelli left, Saka right, Odegaard in the 10, Partey and Xhaka behind him. They're starting to get Arteta's formation there. And that day, Wolverhampton Wanderers had 5 Portuguese players start the game and another 3 on the bench. And why not? Get that out of the way. And I'm going to go and see if you've written anything of any interest. Diddly dong, diddly diddly. Ah, there you go. Leeds gunner Reece Nelson extending his contract. Is it bad news for ESR? Discuss. Oh, Josh put a little photo. In fact, I'm going to go and get it. And then where does it be? It won't be there. It would be in. We have so many old groups. Need to delete them. Aha. Here's the picture. Go and save it. Save it to desktop. And Josh has a conspiracy theory on this. All right, and I go here. And then I squeeze it up there. Job done. Wiggle, wiggle. And then share. There we go. Josh says, your comment is still up, Leeds Gunner. If you look there, you see 11 Martinelli. You see 9 Jesus. You see 8 Odegaard. You see 7 Saka. All the way round. There's no number 10. Now, why would they do that? 7, 8, 9, 11. Why is there no number 10? Huh? Has Josh got a point? Is Josh right for the first time in history? Nah. would be. That would be sad. So, going back to Leeds Gunner's point, discuss. I would be very sad to see him go, but I think he is going to go. And if he doesn't start the game today, then there might be trouble. Mr. Bobleck says, I saw a video of Redondo's son. That made me feel old. Redondo. Was that the Real Madrid one? Leeds Gunner says, that Pepe goal was the only game we came back to win last season. Dark times. Don't want to talk about that. Bobleck's 10 is going to be Odegaard. We'll be surprised. BX says, lol, lovely. And Bobleck says, swapping of numbers. Yeah, I think there might be a few swapping of numbers. I should go and have a look and see this season's squad. Let's organise them into numbers. Well, Tierney's going to go, so we need a new left back. I don't know if we're going to get that. 4 White, 5 Partey. I'd like to see Partey go. 6 Gabriel. I think your centre back should always be 5 and 6. So I'd like to see Saliba get Partey's number 5. 7 Saka not changing. Odegaard 8 could be a 10. Jesus 9. Smith Rowe going. Martinelli 11, and the rest of them are meaningless because they're all other numbers. But maybe give the 3 to Zinchenko. I mean, he plays roughly. He plays in that position 50% of the time, I suppose. Let's have a little look at some more statty poos, shall we? Get rid of that. Don't want any of your nonsense. Most valuable player. Their one is Matheus Nunes. It says 45 million. Ours is Saka, still at 110. Julian Lopetegui, 56 years old, has never managed Arsenal. It says his success rate as a coach overall is 1.97 points per match. Well, that must include all the other teams because Wolves are rubbish at the moment. And Arteta's record against Wolves, played 6, won 4, drawn none, lost 2. Well, there you go. That's not too bad, is it? A few players over the years that we have shared with Wolverhampton Wanderers. Emilio Martinez went there on loan. Benik Afobe, we sold him to him. Now top goal scorer in the Championship with Middlesbrough. Unlucky to miss out on promotion. Emmanuel Frimpong went there on loan in 2012. I don't know you. Jermaine went there on loan in 2006. Oleg Luzhny went there on a free transfer when he left Arsenal in 2003. Alan Sunderland joined Arsenal from Wolves in 1977. Bob McNabb, another Arsenal legend, joined from Wolves in 1975. Bobby Gould, lovely man, joined in 1970. Bob Wilson, hold on. Bob Wilson signed from Wolves? I'm going to delete that page before I say something that I don't know. Going to go back and have a look and see if you put anything of any interest in the chat. Mr. Bollock says, yes, the former Real Madrid player. Didn't he get in trouble at Real Madrid because he wouldn't cut his hair? He had lovely, long, straight hair, dark hair. BX says, Saliba getting the number 2. No, I want him to get Partey's number and shift Partey out. Mr. James Johnson, sir, how are you doing? The man with the finest hair in Arsenal Twitter world. Yes, I watch his podcast. He's on many podcasts. If I'd have known you were up, I'd have asked you to come on here. I wasn't really desperate for anybody because I forgot. I kind of planned to do it on my own. But yeah, it's nice to see you there, James. Hope you're well. Mr. Bobleck says, by the way, his son is also a DM. He was a hell of a player, wasn't he? Saliba as our number 2. No, I don't like centre backs to have the wrong numbers. Leeds Gunner says, for what it's worth, I think ESL will stay. I hope he stays because he has got everything in him to be such a versatile, wonderful player. Mr. Bob is chatting up James. He says, you lovely bugger, you lovely boy. So I've got some more stats that I was going to go and read out. Premier League. Arsenal's home record at the moment, because Man City have played a game less, we are top of the league when it comes to our home record. Played 19, won 12. Oh no, our away record, we're top of the league. Yeah, played 19, won 12, drawn 3, lost 4. But then when you look, and I was led that up for Wolves. Wolves are the 3rd worst team in the league away. They've only won 2 games all season. They've only scored 12 goals and conceded 33. The last, I think I had a look, Wolves have won 2 out of their last 22 Premier League games away. They lost 2-0 to Man United, 6-0 to Brighton, 2-1 to Leicester, 1-1 at Forest, Lost Newcastle 2-1, 2-0 Liverpool, 1-1 at Fulham. They beat Southampton. I mean, we couldn't beat Southampton, could we? They lost 3-0 at City, 1-1 at Villa. I mean, that's January this year. Then anything other than that, it's just pointless going back any further, isn't it? Home record. Arsenal got the 4th best home record. Now, Liverpool have played all their home games, so we could overtake them. And Man United are playing tomorrow at home against Fulham. So if we win, which I should think we will, and Man United lose, we only need 2 goals, 1 goal. If they lose, it's going to be at least 1 goal to go second in the league on 45 points. But Man City are already on 52 points, but they've played all 19 of their home games. They are away at Brentford tomorrow. So our home record, played 18, won 13, drawn 3, lost 2. Liverpool, Man United, Man City have all lost only 1. We scored 48 goals, which is the 2nd most. Man City was 60. We conceded 25. That is absolutely shocking. That is the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th worst home record. We're the same as Spurs. Our goals conceded at home are the same as Spurs. Oh, I'm deleting that page. Go on, off you go. Off you pop. I don't want to read any more of that nonsense. Fake news. James says, Danny, do you worry the push this quick new right back? Bowie, the 22-year-old French bloke on loan to Galatasaray, who are about to win the league. They have got Mauro Icardi from PSG on loan there, and he's banging in almost a goal a game, I think. It's mental. Means we're not sure on Saliba renewing, so we're looking at pushing White back as a centre-back, as Saliba may be out the door, or am I just panicking? Most people that I've talked to, I don't think, and as everybody knows now, nobody knows anything was going on at Arsenal because there was leaks. It was the tea lady, it was the physio, it was the physio's mum, it was the driver, it was the milkman, it was Uncle Tom Cobley. Oh, ow, my foot. Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Everybody had a source at the club and everyone had an inside info. Now they know nothing. Everyone's been expunged, got rid of, chucked in the river with concrete boots. So I don't think anybody really knows. I am a little bit worrying, James, because Saliba is by far the best young centre-back in the Premier League. And because I don't know of any other in the world, I'm going to say top 3, just to hedge my bets. I'm going to say one of the best 3 young centre-backs in the world. The way that bloke reads the game, he has a kind of matrix ability. He slows the world down. He just sees 1s and 0s. And that's all he does. And he can read the game. He can read the time. He can read the future. And he does that. And that's why he's so bloody good. And I would just say to him, whatever you want, my boy, you can have it. I would make him one of the top 4 or 5 earners at the club with every year your wages are going to go up a little bit because he is so important. The spine of our team is Ramsdale, Saliba, Odegaard, Saka. They're the most important players at the club. Gabriel in the next group of important players, and Ben White. And, do I add Martinelli? I think I'll add Martinelli to the most important group, making 5 players. I'll do that. But yeah, I am worried. No harm in being worried, James. It's because we care, because we're caring people. Leeds Gunner, hindsight is 2020. Yep. But we should have sold Maitland-Niles to Wolves for 20 million when they bid in 2019 after our FA Cup win. Certainly should have done. And if we're going to do hindsight 2020, let's just not buy Pepe or Suarez or who's the bloke on loan? Pablo Mari or Ozil. Leave that one there. Mr. Boblex is kind enough to say we've got watch out for the blunderbuss that is Traore. Yeah, kind of, I suppose. He is a speed merchant. He's got those big greasy thighs. The ladies love greasy thighs. The ladies also love Cool James. Let's do a little tweety poo there, see if anybody comes. And but he's all nonsense and bluff and bluster, isn't he? Doesn't do much, which means he's going to get a hat-trick tomorrow. Leeds Gunner said, will Odegaard score again to take the most non-penalty goals in the season from midfield tomorrow? I hope so. It's loose saying midfielder, isn't he? I mean, is De Bruyne counted as a midfielder? Possibly. Tremaine Johnson says Brooke Norton-Cuffy, Brooke Norton cufflinks look decent today, but he isn't ready for Champions League football and a title charge. No, he's not. So I'd like to see him stay until January and then loan him out, because then he can play early League Cup games. He can play early Champions League games if we get someone rubbish in the group. Because quite frankly, most European teams are rubbish now. There's a handful, probably one or two from each country that we should be worried about. A couple of Spanish, 2 German, maybe 2 Italian, and that's it. I know Porto beat us. Was it Porto? Yeah, Porto beat us, or was it Sporting Lisbon? I don't know. I wasn't watching. I know they did. We didn't get past them. They didn't beat us. We drew both games, but our eyes are on other shiny baubles at the time. Mr. Boblek says, does anybody know how much Saliba is on now? I do have a site, Arsenal Stats and Data, Arsenal player salaries, and they have this little thing where they say whether it's been, I'll put it in the chat for you, boys and girls, mums and dads, cats and dogs. It's capology.com, and they have a little tick that says whether it's, this one says, green checkmark indicates a player's salary has been verified by a source, by someone. It could be nonsense. And it says here, where is he? Where's the Saliba? Come on. Where are you? There he is. Big Willie's 40 grand. 40 grand. The most is Gabriel Jesus. He's on 265. Thomas Partey, 200. Saka, 195. I think he's on 300 now, isn't he? Imagine that. I don't know what would be the absolute delight of being on 300 grand a week, or the absolute agony of paying 40% tax. I mean, he'll have a shell company where he pays himself a wage from it, but it's still, hey, I've earned 300 grand this week. Oh, great. The government have just taken 120 grand of that. They've taken as much in a week as most people earn. Most people take home in a decade, possibly. Yeah, so there's the link. So it seems 40. That's why he wants a bigger deal. Boy 10 says Saliba, Delit, and I'm convinced Julian Timbers, you've made up name. Best 3 young centre-backs in the world right now, if you ask me. I forgot about Delit, but Man United want him, don't they? Because Barcelona ain't got no money. James says, well, I think without Saliba, we don't compete at all. Plus, we have to rechange how we play or spend upwards of 100 million to replace him. I agree with you as well. Give him whatever he likes and then more. Ha. Yes, give him Bob Holding as his manservant. Bob's Northern. If we weren't playing football, Bob would be up a chimney somewhere. Been a chimney sweep. Danny, your top 5 players that you would sell in order. Oh, I like this, Tremaine. Where are you normally? Maybe you're in a country where it's too late. First player I would get rid of. I'm just going to go and get up the Arsenal squad. I'm not going to get up the Arsenal squad because I'm not a bum expert. I've got players I'm thinking, but I just want to get the team up and then have a little butchers and see what we got. First of all, I can tell you it's going to be Thomas Partey be the first one for me out the door. Gone, get rid. I'm not going to have any players that are out on loan because I don't think they count, because you can't really do much of any of those. So I've got all the players, go by appearances in the Premier League. So first would definitely be Partey. Second, none of that lot. Second with Eddie Nketiah. Goodbye. Now, third would be, that's a good question. I don't really dislike any of them. Sambi Lokonga. That'd be third. The rest of them I want to keep. I mean, Suarez is probably going to go anyway. And so is, who are the players actually we got out on loan? I suppose I'll include Pepe in that as well because he has to go. But whether he goes or not, but how we get rid of him. Loans out, 31 bloody players. So, I can do it by squad number. Higher, lower the better. Good. Alex the Gunner Runnerson, he'll go. Aston Trusty, great season at Birmingham. Play with them season for them, but he'll never do anything at Arsenal. Maitland-Niles is going. Suarez is probably going to go. Pepe, I'd try and get rid of him. Tavares, yeah, he's not even playing regularly for Marseille, is he? So I'd get rid of him. Pablo Mari's gone. Lokonga, I'd sell him. Balogun, I'd do anything to try and keep him. Aquinos, another loan. Who else have we got here? There's the rest of them are all young players, really. There's no one else there. Charlie Patino going. That's a sad one. I suppose he's back at the club now the championship season is over. I'd like to see him stay. Really good young player. But it's easy to say what would my top three be. My top three would be Partey, Nketiah, and Vieira. No, not Vieira. Yeah, Vieira. Because I think if Vieira stays, he's going to cause trouble for ESR. So I'm going to say Vieira is my number three. But the others outside of Partey and Nketiah, I don't really care. Oh yeah, you've been typing away. Hantumi! Hello to you. Boy 10 says 40k on Saliba wages. Give him 100k. How can he turn down 100k? Easy. He'll have a little picture of him with someone from Real Madrid. A picture of him with the Real Madrid stadium in the background. That's how he can get more than that. Boblex, 200k, not including bonuses for Saka, I reckon. Leeds Gunner. If we could keep one player who you choose, Patino or Manwari, for what's worth, I don't understand why any youngster would want to play for another club other than that. Because they have got bad people telling them what to do. That's why. You stay at the club. Which one would I keep? Patino. Manwari's 15? Don't care. You're not a prospector. You can't judge a player at 15. Patino's 17, 18? Really well. He's done really well. If I only had to keep one, I'd like to keep them both, but I'd keep Patino. Plus, I like the name. Charlie Gizzawave. Charlie Gizzawave. If you know who that play was, put it in the chat. Boblik says, Delit is at Bayern Munich. Is he? I thought he was at Barcelona. Pretty much I watch La Liga. Not at all. It's a pony league. Boy 10 says, have to keep Manwari. He's a stupendous talent. Well, I've not seen anything, so I wouldn't know. If he doesn't make it, then just nuke all football academies. Just a lie. Yeah, that sounds fair. Nuke them all. James says, I think Julian Timber's brother, Shiverma, is good player as well. I have heard of Shiverma Timbers, Orlando Pirates, to be sure. Boblik says Bayern bought him for 67 million. When did they do that? But didn't he cost them like 90 for my ex? Pepe, Boytan says Pepe, Lokonga, El Neni, AMN, and Suarez all need to leave. But everybody loves El Neni. They love him at the club, and they love Big Bob as well. You need to keep a few people around to keep everyone happy. Plus, they can do a job in the Premier League. Then he's never really had a bad game as El Neni. And plus, it keeps up our Egyptian. It keeps Richard. Richard isn't watching. I'm going to put this out. And on the off chance that we don't even hear him in the WhatsApp group anymore. I don't know what he's doing. The Egyptian Perlo. Catches Cash 2019. Has he really been with us for 4 years? And then what's the other one? Is a ship. Not sure what that means. He keeps telling me, but I always forget. Mr. Boblex, Trusty will get a loan to one of the promoted clubs, I reckon. I'd like to see him play in the Premier League. He's good. Leeds Gunner says, sell for me, Partey, Lokonga, Cedric and Tavares. I think they'll cancel Cedric's contract so he can stay at Fulham. Boblex, I reckon Big Bob will be off. I think he might be. At the moment, he's, sixth choice? Yeah, he can't be a sixth choice at the age of, is he 27, 28, 29? You'd think Big Bob's about 40 by now, but he's not. I've got a Big Bob. We call my mate Big Bob, even though he's not that big anymore. He lost a load of weight. Where is it? Bob Holding is 20. How is he 20-7 when he's been at Arsenal for 20 years? Nonsense. So not only has he had his hair gone back a decade, he's had his bleeding age gone back a decade. So he signed for Arsenal in 2016. 7 years ago. Wow. 162 games for the Arsenal. I won't have a bad word said against Big Bob. Watch yourselves. Manwari has had his head turned, says Boblex. They all do. Look at the Willett brothers. 2 of them buggered off, and then the third one left. And now only the last one that went. Was it Chris or Joe? I don't know. BX says Pepe, Partey, Lokonga, ESR, and Nketiah and Cedric, El Neni, Tierney, and Holding. That's a long block. That's half the team. I think we do need a rebuild now. We've got Champions League football. Tremaine says, I guess you found a kind of loophole including players on loan, but for me it would be Vieira, Partey and Nketiah. I agree with that. I've not seen, I think one game this season, Vieira was playing, he was doing terrible, and then Arteta made a substitution, and then he changed position, and he was brilliant. I think he set up a couple of goals, but that's not good enough. That, tough butter, no parsnips. I want to quote this one. Come and look. We are live. Talking Arsenal. My keyboard doesn't work properly, so my L's on my O on the wonk, and so are my K's. It's painful at times. I bought the same keyboard twice, and both times the K broke on the keyboard. Silent keyboard. Bob Lex puts Juve bought legit, but he hated Juventus and Allegri. I mean, I think everyone there hates him. What a nightmare of a season. Leeds gunner. Oh, I'm thinking the one that went to Barcelona, the other Dutchman who was at Ajax, and they all left at the same time. Leeds says who we sell this summer is important, and also who we bring in. Indeed. Jermaine says, who was your young player of the year, Dan? Odegaard for me. Oh, your player of the year, not young. It's too easy to give it to Saka. I'll agree with you. I'll give it to Odegaard. But he's brilliant. I also like Ramsdale, though. Did you see Ramsdale was actually on the Highbury squad? Because they had his dad on doing a live show. His dad couldn't get the camera and stuff to work. And so Aaron came in and was adjusting the camera. And it was talking to Sophie and Big Kev Campbell, and then he was doing it. Go and watch it. The Highbury squad with Mr. Ramsdale, part 2. Not part 1. Watch part 1 as well. That was really good. I'm not finished watching part 2 yet. BX says a lot of Champions League debutants for us coming up. Yeah, I think the only one who isn't, or actually probably El Neni, Holding, and Xhaka are the only ones that have played in the Champions League for us. Some have played for other teams. Size there. Hello. Leeds gunner. We brought Holding when he was ridiculously young, when Wenger tried to show he could find his own version of John Stones when City brought him from Rotherham. You mean Everton? Yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah, because we made an offer, didn't we? Was it 6 million? We also tried to get Gary Cahill as well. They wanted more money and he wouldn't pay it. Frankie de Jong went to Barcelona. There you go. That's the one I was thinking of. Boy 10. Cheers. Man United have been trying to sign him for 2 years now. Yeah. Frankie de Jong, you're thinking of, Bob Lex says. I was indeed. Right, there you go. That's all I have got apart from my team. Now, end of the season, it doesn't matter. In goal, Turner. He hasn't played a Premier League game for us this season. Give him a game. Ben White, right back. We don't have any choice. Centre backs, Holding in Kivor. Forgotten how to say his name because there is nobody else. Tierney at left back. Jorginho in midfield. Vieira on the left. Smith Rowe on the right. Nketiah up front. Might as well send all the rest on holiday. Nelson on the left, but apparently he's injured, so he will not be playing. And on the right, I picked one of our under-21s who's been a sub for the team quite a few times this season. I'm going to go and have a look. I did have his page open. Disgusting bloody Brighton and thing. Cozy Dubry plays the left wing. I think you can play anywhere you want, really. I'd like him have a game. And Rowe Waters, I'd like to give him a game. What is his position? Ruel is a defender. Well, there you go. So maybe he could start a game. But don't think there's going to be many changes in the thing because, you know what Arteta's like. He's probably going to play everybody and wear them down. And so they nearly die. So I'd like to see a little bit of a change. There you go. What's people's predictions? I am going to go end of season, meaningless game. Pressure is off. Going to beat them 6-0 because Wolves are rubbish. What else have we got on here? Kivior. Cheers, boy 10. I had it perfectly until I see it written down and then it messes it up. Sai says, hope we win tomorrow. Would be nice. Tremaine says he is a right back. Good. Rural Waters. Start him then rather than Ben White. Yeah, my moustache is getting a little bit long and it's tickling my nostrils. So there you go. that's it. That's all I've got. Predictions, people. What have you got? Put them in here and we can embarrass you tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be here at 4:25 p.m. It'll be live. It'll be me and I'll be watching the game on one screen. No volume, no pictures because I don't want to go to YouTube prison. And then on the other screen, I'll be maybe watching the live update of the scores, laughing as either hopefully Liverpool, hopefully Everton and Leicester will both go down. Don't care about Leeds. The money's got to be shared around, and Everton have been nicking a living in the Premier League for far too long, and it'll be hilarious to see Leicester City go down. I've got nothing against Leicester. We usually beat them when we play them. I've now got an itch. I've got 4 flies on my kitchen ceiling. I don't like it. So I've shut my bedroom door so they can't get in there, because if I go to bed, they'll all try and get in there and land on my face, and it drives me nuts. BX has gone 3-1 to the Arsenal. Sire's gone 2-0 to Wolves. Hashtag Arteta out. That's coming up. I know what you're doing, Si. I know your game. I know what you're doing. Tremaine has gone 3-1 the Arsenal. Gary has gone 2-1 because we hate clean sheets. Yeah, typical. Boy 10 has gone 3-1 the Arsenal. Nketiah hat-trick. It's time. Leeds Gunn has gone 4-0 the Arsenal. Well, there you go, people. I think that's it. 41 minutes from just me and you having a chat. I think there's any other questions before we go? Hopefully not, because I want to get this done. And then I can go and... I didn't even have the bloody YouTube thing on, did I? Has anyone said anything naughty? People have been retracting messages. There's been no messages that I had to go and approve. Very nice. Well done. You're all so well behaved. Right, get rid of that window. Get rid of that window. And Mr. Boblix 3-1 the Arsenal. Odegaard to score first. And Si says, if you insist, hashtag Arteta out. Si is a gooner. He's just been a cheeky monkey. Aren't we all, though? Right, that's it. I think I'm done. So, fries with that. Now, in this country, we have Burger King. Fries are rubbish. We have chips, not fries. Burger King fries are rubbish. We had Wendy's the other day. They're bloody awful. They've only just opened one, and it's quite near me. So I had those now. The whole burgers and everything they do is shit. Burger King, they're not too bad. McDonald's fries, they are by far the best. Get them hot, get them salty. That's how I like my ladies, hot and salty. Mr. Boblix says, hashtag fuck Ellis. Rude, but true. Mr. Boblix says, Carpenter out. He gave up months ago. I don't think he's done a pod since 1987-ish, possibly. I don't know. Leeds Gunner says, will Arteta be sad if Everton go down? He probably will be. Yes, probably will be a little bit sad. He was great there. Right. How is the Pirate? No idea. And that's it, people. It's 43 minutes of me talking absolute nonsense and saying and I hate it when people say but I hate it also when they say to be honest and they say no, I don't know, because if I knew, you wouldn't have to tell me. It's no, don't do that. You annoy me. So that's it. I'm over and done. Come and watch me tomorrow. Come and watch me do a watch-along for the first time in about 100 years. It's going to be deflating. I'm not a good watch-along person. What can I say? I have nothing else to offer. Right, that is it. Thank you very much, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow at 4:25 p.m. for a watch-along, and then 6:35-ish for post-game show with me and Deke. Last one of the season. Thank you very much, and I'm going to go now. Let's have a little bit of Anfield 89, shall we? Lovely. You've all been delightful. Goodbye.
Out it goes to Lee Dixon. Long ball from Lee Dixon. Smith will hold it up, plays it square to Thomas, and Thomas goes inside nickel, and Thomas is there, and Thomas has scored for Arsenal. In injury time, Michael Thomas has scored for Arsenal. A ball played through the gap. Thomas was there. He held off 2 challenges, kept his head. By my watch, we are a minute and a half